Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for the monthly card readings for each sign. If you enjoy these free readings, you can show your support by donating or purchasing some of my many wares. If you can't afford to purchase anything, you can still show your support by subscribing, thumbs-upping, sharing, or take a second to click on one of the ads. Thank you in advance for your continued support, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Now on to the reading. Okay, hi Sagittarius. Welcome to the November of 2015 Taroscope with the Hanson Roberts deck, followed up with the Animal Totem cards, which is from my Beast Mistress Animal Oracle deck that I created myself. Okay, here we go. What's up, Sag? I was almost going to say Taurus. Isn't that weird? Okay, but Sag. We're doing Sag. Okay, let's take a look here. What is up for Sag? Well, happy birthday anyway. That's one thing that's up for you guys, right? It's your birthday. A lot of you late November Sagittarians are going to be having a birthday. So, let me get these cards out. You know, that's always a real important time, your birthday. And there'll be a new moon in your sign too, I believe. Let me check. It might be next month. Oh, a whole bunch of them. I'm going to put them back. That's too many. What's up for Sag? November Sagittarius. Okay. Let's have a look. The thing I was going to tell you guys about is the solar return, which is your birthday. It's usually on your birthday or the day before the day after. It doesn't vary much. So, vary off from their birthday. That is your personal new year. Always, okay? That is the day that you should be making all your affirmations. You know, forget about January 1st and New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. It's, you know, your birthday and around your birthday and the new moon of your birthday. Well, actually, it'll probably be in December, so we'll talk about it in December. But it's still, you know, this time of year, especially if you're one of the November people. I'm looking at this upside down. I got a new camera. I'm trying to make sure everything's in frame. It seems like this should come down a little, right? Yeah, that's the way we'll do it. Bring it all down. Okay, there we go. Is that right? Well, I think you can see everything. It actually seems like it's crooked. This way. There we go. That seems to be a little bit better. Okay, that seems good. Anyway, so back to this. Here's your reading. Now, you know, you have ace in reverse and ace upright. That's what pulls me in right away. That's the most interesting thing in this spread to me. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, unfortunately. So a new beginning in money that maybe we were trying to get off the ground may not happen, or maybe delayed. But the Ace of Cups is upright. So, I mean, it could just be this simple. Well, you're trying to get a new job. You might not get the job in November, but maybe you meet a new love. Because Ace of Cups primarily talks about a new love interest, right? But if it is a job, it might be like maybe you don't get this job because it's not going to work out, but you get a job that you really love. It could be like that. It could also be like, this could be like follow your passion, you know, follow your bliss. Go towards what you really love doing rather than what you think might make you the most money. I mean, in the middle here, there does seem to be a little bit of a money crunch going on with you guys here. Now, the Ten of Swords is here, which is kind of like, you know, a bad card or thought of as a bad card. But in reverse, it's not as severe. And the Four of Pentacles is like, well, we might have to tighten our budget a little. We might have to rein in our spending a little bit. But things are definitely going to change for you. You know, definitely. And this is, again, is this powerful time of manifestation for you guys. Another thing that's interesting in the spread is this Five of Cups in reverse. Now, the Five of Cups is a card of, you know, looking at the spilled cups, looking at what went wrong, looking at the bad things in life, quote-unquote bad, right? But in reverse, it's like, well, maybe I am going to see the bright side of things. It also can be something that you had a lot of disappointment about. So it's like, don't waste too much time wallowing over this spilled cups or what went wrong, you know. We want to get to what's going right in our lives, you know. And sometimes this can be an opportunity that cycles itself back around again, too. That's another thing. Like maybe if it were a job, maybe they were not going to hire you this time, but they're going to hire you next time, you know. And then maybe this opportunity has cycled itself around again. I want to go up here because you're going towards the Emperor. You're traveling, you're journeying, and this could be like the journey of your life too, you know, but it's about leaving something behind and moving on to something else. And well, when you start the journey, you usually don't know what's there. It's like the great unknown out there. She doesn't know where this is going to lead her or where it's going to take her. But it is going to lead right to the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody in a position of power, authority, but it's a good thing. Upright position, and he is the only major, well, actually I have strength here, but he's one of the only major arcana here. So the major arcana cards have more power, more impact. It's sometimes destiny is more involved when we're looking at major arcana cards. I keep trying to look at this upside down. It's very weird. Anyways, I'll get used to it. Emperor. Major arcana cards. They have more clout. They have more pull in the reading in general, you know. So this guy is here, and he's powerful, and he's going to help you. And it could even be yourself becoming that, too. That's another thing this could indicate. Like you're on your way to becoming the Emperor. Like the master of your domain, or the master of all you foresee, or whatever, you know, like that. So, but it's a very positive thing. It feels like it's not going to happen overnight, and that's why we have the Strength card here. You know, it's not just going to, okay, I'm going to become the Emperor. You know, it's a journey. There's a journey involved, and it may take time. I'm looking at these numbers here. I wanted to say 8, but I don't have another 8 to back it up. Actually, I do have the Strength card. So we've got 8 here, and the Strength card is 8. So it might take 8 weeks, 8 months. It may, but you know, you could already be in the process too. Just because I say, oh, it might take 8 months, it's like, oh my God, 8 months from now, what? Maybe maybe this happens, you know, 4 months ago, and you're halfway there. It might only be like 4 months. The whole process may take, well, it might take 8 days, but more likely like something like 8 weeks, 8 months. It could be 8 years, you know, it could be something like that. But I mention this a lot, but Saturn has moved into your sign, because every time I hear the number 8, that's a Saturn number, okay? And so Saturn is in your sign, so you know, these could be things that definitely happened 8 years ago. You know, this could be going like an 8-year process. You know, there's Saturn in your sign does try to get you on track and get you back and aligned with your soul's purpose, and aligned with you know, what you're really supposed to be doing here. And sometimes it can be a little harsh. And it does seem like there's worry, that you do worry and you do stress. So I think that they're saying is that you need to spend more time on the Ace of Cups, on love, on fun, on creativity, on enjoyment, on these kinds of things. The Ace of Cups also looks up at the Four of Rods. So this is changes in your home environment. Always for the better. It always is an improvement. It's not necessarily always an improvement as far as stature, though. It's not like, oh, I'm moving to this bigger, better house, and I'm going to, you know, have more land or more property. Sometimes it could be a downsize. Sometimes, you know, in this situation, maybe you're going to be working from home, some of you, I think. But the Four Rods is a very positive card. And it is about the environment and the energy and the inner feelings that you get. It goes right along with this Ace of Cups. You know, it's the inner feeling, it's the inner sense of well-being, sense of peace, harmony. And it's the people together, too. It's not a card of flying solo. So I feel like you need to kind of go and embrace this, embrace the togetherness. Where do you find the togetherness? Where do you find the joy? Where do you find the happiness? These are the things that you need to lead yourself towards. And Strength in Reverse says things are going to work out here for you. Like that's a card of having patience, you know. And it's in reverse, like maybe you're losing patience. And that happens, you know. you got to widen your perspective too. That's another thing. You got to be open, because this is Four of Pentacles is a card of being very narrow too. Like, this is how I have to have it. This is mine, mine. You know, be a little more, loosen the reins, loosen the grip. You know, loosen the grip on this. He's holding on to money in the card, but it can be anything you're holding on to. It's like the pit bull. You know, they latch onto something and it can't be released. So you got to loosen the reins a little bit. A lot of this does tie into finances, and I have a feeling like it might, you might be reliant on or hope. You know, this guy may have be a part of it, and he's like, it does feel like he's associated to this. Okay, so if this is somebody that you were hoping to get a gig with, or hoping to hire you for a job, or give you a raise, or loan you some money, yeah, he probably isn't going to, but. The Ace of Cups is so right next to it, and this stands out to me the most, and this stands out to me the most. This Ace of Cups, these two together, and these two together. Some of you may be moving. Some of you may be actually traveling and moving to take a job, and maybe you will be the Emperor. Maybe you're going to take a job where you're in a position of authority. But at any rate, the Emperor is more powerful than any of this. This is all lower level stuff. This is all minor arcana. This is all, there's a lot of stress here too. So you guys got to find a way to de-stress too. I think that's it. It's almost like I want to tell you to cleanse your palate. And I don't mean food-wise, I mean emotional-wise. Like cleanse out, this. Take a break from the worry. If you've been worrying, you've been stressed, if you've been overthinking too much in your head, take a break from that. Nurture your emotional self. Do what makes you feel good. Do what is going to bring you some happiness. And these are going to lead to the changes that you want to see in your life. Because the Four of Wands not only is your home environment, it mainly is, and it often has to do with changes in a move, but sometimes it is going to another office, because, our work is our home away from home. So sometimes maybe you are going to relocate to a new office or work location. It can pertain to that. Don't get hung up on this, because if this thing doesn't pan out, it wasn't meant for you. It's not to worry. Saturn's in your sign. I mean, there can be some hard lessons with Saturn, there can be. But Saturn is always gonna, and you'll always end up in a better place after a Saturn transit. And this is true if you're Sag Sun, because Saturn's going to hit your Sun, and Sag Rising. I mean, to a degree, maybe even Sag Rising more, because Saturn's moving through your first house of self. So you could be reinventing yourself, and do it from a place of love and what makes you happy and what brings you joy, to have the ultimate long-term joy and happiness that you're seeking, right? Okay, let's get these animal totem cards. I don't know if I mentioned that's the Hanson Roberts Tarot, and this is the Beast Mistress Animal Oracles, which are my own creation, and you can order a deck for yourself. Also check out the Soul's Journey reading, formerly called, and it's pretty much the same thing as the Soul reading from my Tapestry of Life stuff. And what it is, it's a bigger picture. It's not about, am I going to get a job? Is this guy going to call me? It's totally not about that. I know lately people have been sending me questions, and that's not what it is. It's your soul's journey. It's bigger. It's deep. It's pretty deep, and it's not just about this incarnation. Although what's going on in this incarnation and what you're bringing to the table definitely ties in, but it's not like meat and potatoes mundane reading. It's a deep reading. The other thing about it is it's good forever. It's not just good for, the next 6 months or you could come back to this thing in 10 years and still get something out of it, because you'll be at a different place in your life looking at it. And it is based on your chart. A lot of stuff is in there. Most people are really loving it. I'm getting such great feedback from it and lots of orders. And I really prefer doing that for now. And that is why I took off the tarot regular live consultation appointment readings for the time being, so I can get caught up on these and some other year ahead things that I've got to get done here. But I'll be bringing those back, and I'll announce when. But for the time being, there's going to be no live appointment readings, just the video Soul's Journey reading. And again, it's the Soul's Journey reading, or the Soul reading from the thing. It's not about everyday stuff. It's much deeper than that, okay? Anyways, let's get on this. And make sure, of course, to check out the red bubble. I got your card right here. It wants to come out. Turtle. Turtle's about being grounded a lot. I'm going to put this up here for a second, because Sometimes I forget in the editing to add the card. Hopefully I won't, but I'll just in case. Because I want you guys to look at these cards too. When I created this deck, it's a lot about, it's not just about this meaning and that's it. I want you to look at the card. It was my intention that there be symbols and messages in the card that speaks to your subconscious mind. So hopefully you can see it real clear with the new camera. Okay, I'm going to read it. Gaia, Pachamama, Great Mother, ancient remnant of a bygone era, knowledge of the ancestors, deliberate, slow, and steady movement. Now that is key to this reading too, because strength is saying that you want it to happen faster. And as I said, this is a span of time. This might be up to 8 years that this has been transitioning. So it's a slow, steady transition, which is very indicative of Saturn energy too. It's definitely grounded in Earth. Ancient remnant of a bygone era. So this is this old stuff here. This is the bygone era. And these are just remnants of a bygone era, because you are embarking on this new thing over here with the Ace of Cups. You definitely are. Knowledge of the ancestors. The Emperor could be seen as maybe not an ancestor, but like an elder. The Emperor might be somebody that you just admire, or a more established, or sometimes an older person, but that you just admire, or you would like to move towards, like a role model even, or to, I just feel like it's making yourself a better person, that's a big part of it too. And moving towards living a life that brings you happiness and joy, and not worry and suffering, okay? And don't forget to check out my book if you're learning to read tarot. I don't know if I mentioned the Tarot in the Modern World. As always, you can find links to all that stuff from me below this video. Okay, Sag, so big time, your birthday. Good time to order my year ahead astrology report, too, on my site during your birthday. That's a great time to order it. But anyways, I want to thank you all for liking, sharing, commenting, and donating. By all the donations, that really makes it worthwhile to keep doing the free readings every month. And for all 12 signs, and I really like bringing you this stuff, this information every month. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great November and a great birthday, and I'll talk to you